FlossTube. Welcome to my channel, Stitching is Elementary. This is FlossTube number 37. My name is Cara Lee, and it is Sunday, July 24th. And I go back to school next week. Where has the summer gone? Where did my plans go of filming a video every week? It's like, I can't believe the summer's over already. So, I mean, I've been doing a lot around the house and that, so I kept putting it off, but it's terrible. And I was on vacation. So today I don't have any finishes. Well, no, I have one very little finish, but not fully finished. I have lots of stuff ready to fully finish. I'm waiting for some frames to come. So then I have my whips. I have a teeny bit of haul because I actually did a separate haul video, which will be out probably after this one in a couple days, for my trip I went on, all the shops I stopped at. So I did a separate haul video for that. And then I'm thinking about doing my quilting stuff in a separate video. I know I keep going back and forth, but these videos take so long for my husband to edit and upload, so I thought if they're shorter, maybe they'd upload quicker, so we'll see if that works this time. If it doesn't, then I'll go back to keeping it all in one. So I hope you're all well. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. I've just had a little flurry of new subscribers lately. So if you're watching and you don't subscribe, if you would just click that red button below. I don't think a lot of people who don't do FlossTube videos or YouTube videos know that that really helps you get noticed by more people. It doesn't matter. I don't do this for any kind of money or anything. It's just for fun. But it's just fun to see your numbers go up. So anyway, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. That would be great. And welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for stopping back in to chat with me about stitching. Hope you're all doing well. I probably already said that. Let's just get started so we can keep this video not super long. All right. So first I'm going to go over the whips I was working on before I left for vacation. And then I'll talk a little bit more about my vacation at the end. If you want to really know about it, in my haul video, I talk a lot more about it. But we went to Milwaukee, and anyway. Okay, so I was working, if you remember from if you watched my last video, I finally started this heartfelt stitch along, but I had changed up all the colors, and if you remember, I was excited about doing in these bright Aura Floss colors. Anyway, I started the first couple motifs, and I did not like the Aura Floss. I like stitching with it, but the colors were just so solid. I just didn't love it. So I switched out the same type of colors for overdyes, which just have a more, even if you don't see the variegation in it, I feel like they're not as solid. They just have more interest in them because they're hand dyed to me. So anyhow, I switched out the Aura Floss for hand dyes. And I was, if you remember, I was matching it to a fabric line that I was going to make a quilt for because I thought I would make this a pillow for my family room. So these are the ones I picked. Color and Cotton Forest, Color and Cotton Pear, the Gentle Art Harvest Moon. So it's kind of like a play on primary colors, but a little more softer ones. Color and Cotton Salamander. I'm loving my Color and Cottons. Classic Colorworks Licorice Red. And Weeks Dye Works Peony, one of my favorite pinks. And then a DMC blue, gray, that's right, that light gray. And then the dark gray is Weeks Dye Works Blackboard. Weeks Dye Works Blue Bonnet is my darker blue. And my lighter blue is Classic Colorworks Mint Julep. I really want to put in some aqua too, which I didn't have when I had the Aura Floss. So those are my flosses. And I'm just kind of putting them wherever. Like, I did take the color chart and assign one of these colors to each of the colors I had in the chart, but then I also wanted to put in the aqua, which I think is an extra color. So I'm just kind of throwing in the aqua here and there. Yeah, so I don't have that much done, but I did do enough that I know I like the colors together. So this has been in the hoop for weeks. I should probably take it out. This is on 25 Count Shadow by Lori Holt. And there's what I've done so far. And I like it. It would be cute for a pillow. That's what I'm doing on 25 count, so it's bigger. So yeah, so I worked on that. And then I worked a teeny bit on my Jane Austen Sal project. I took Jane Austen with me. I took Stitching with the Housewives with me. And I took caterpillar cross stitch with me on our trip. So of course I can't just take one. I took all three. And I did work on them all a little bit. The Jane Austen one, a very little bit. So just basically getting the letters done. So that's what I've done so far. Sorry for all the wrinkles. The pattern I'm doing, I didn't even tell you that again, is At Home with Jane Austen by the Sampler Girl. And I changed out, I just picked my own colors that, you know, kind of have the same feel as this. And if you heard me talk before, I love the colors I picked. Here they are. It's all Weeks Dye Works, which is really my favorite line of flosses. I use them all, but I love Weeks Dye Works. So pinks and muted purples and greens, really pretty. So yeah, so I worked on that a teeny tiny bit. But I need to get back to that because that wouldn't take long to finish. It's not, I don't think it's a pattern that would take a long, long time. And then I brought my Touch of Magic Sow by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I'm just using the called for DMC, but I'm doing it on, I think this is 36 count Confederate gray actually. I wanted a warmer gray. And I'm way behind the Sow. I always am with theirs, but this is what I have done. You start in the middle. So the trick or treat, and I just need to put the spiders in. There's spiders, a couple spiders here. And I think this is the first month. I think there's like 3 months out now. Here are all the floss, pretty bright colors. And here is, I always put my needle minder inside when I'm traveling with it. So there's that cat. I think it's so cute. I love Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Honestly, their patterns aren't my favorite. They're just, I don't know. I like them, but they're just not vintage enough for me or whatever. But I love, they have the best needle minders. I love their needle minders. Okay, so that I worked on. And then I took my Stitching with the Housewives home. Home is where the wreath is, with me to fill in stitch. Okay, my goodness. So I started with the H. Okay, let me see here. I'm doing this on Extrude Designs Blackboard it's called, but it's a gray color, and these are super wrinkled. So this M was the, okay, I think I did the H. Did I do the H first? Or was the H the one I messed up on the most? I messed up on 2 of these so much. Yeah, the H I messed up on, but then I got back on track. So I got that outlined. And I never even got to filling it in because the fill-in takes a long time. And then I did the M. Actually, I had part of the M done, but then I realized it was wrong on the way up in the car, so I was ripping it out and trying to redo it in the car. And I was just, it was a mess. So if you'll notice, what I was doing was, I don't know if you can even see it. Yeah, there, a half stitch. Every 10th stitch, I was making a half stitch to help myself counting. But I realized it was every 10th stitch I was doing. It wasn't necessarily, no, sorry, I don't want to show the chart. It wasn't necessarily the 10th stitch as they have it on the chart, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it without showing the chart. But anyway, the way I was doing it was messing me up more. So I figured that out on the M and I fixed it. And then when I got to the E, I followed it exactly. So if it ended like if it was 10 stitches, 10 stitches, 10 stitches like it is up top across the E, and then it ends with like 5 stitches here, I just ended with the 5th. I didn't count it. I didn't count this whole row by 10s. I counted it as it is on the chart. And then like I go down here and then I would start again, and whatever it is on the chart, that's how I counted it. So if there were only 5 and then a group of 10 started, I did the 5 and then I started my group of 10 and did the half stitch for the 10th one there. That worked much better and I made no real mistakes with this one. And then I did start filling in. So I just have to finish filling all these in, and then I have to make the O, and then someday I'll get started on all the ones you can swap out. I do have the finishing piece for this, but who knows. Her patterns take me a while. I don't know why. Just the way they're swirly usually, and there's just a lot in them, and I have trouble seeing, although I have discovered something that is helping me on these darker fabrics. You know, even if it's not black, the darker ones, I still have a little trouble seeing the holes really well, even with my readers on. So this fabric isn't too bad because it's not very dark. But I'll get to one and I'll show you. I have realized that I'll use my magnifier, which is ridiculous because I've had a magnifier forever. So I should have known that, but I tried it a long time ago and I did not like having the magnifier here and stitching underneath it. It just bothered me, so I wasn't doing it. So I tried it again to do that over 1 on 36 count, and it was fine, really. It didn't bother me this time. And so you'll see when I get to my Boo Crew, that fabric was giving me a horrible time. And I just feel like so much of my stitching I've been ripping out all the time, and it's getting really frustrating. So when I use my magnifier, I can, and my bifocals, these are bifocals, but I also have like a reader pair that the eye doctor gave me that are even zoomed in more. So I wear those, and I use the magnifier, and it made a world of difference. So if I had done that on this, I probably wouldn't have messed up. But there you go. Okay, so then I got home and I thought, well, I've done nothing Christmassy for Jolly July, and I thought I'm not going to start anything new because I have whips I could pull out. So I pulled out all the trimmings from last year, and I've stitched a little bit on it. I'm just not in the mood to stitch Christmas in July, like, because Halloween's first and fall. I'd rather stitch that. And then I always notice around the end of September into October, I start feeling like Christmas. So, but I thought I'll just try to work on this one. So I had left last year, I had some of this stocking done, so I finished that stocking and I just started the bow. I mean, that was like a day I think I worked on it. But this is really cute, and I love the way this, I love the colors on this. This is 28 count Wilchelt. It's the one I don't love because look how see-through it is. But I think this does look pretty on it. So yeah, so I'm just working on that one. And then I also put in here, this is kind of haul actually. I was gonna do this for my cross stitch camp, but I just never got to starting it. But Lizzie Kate Needle Knit. I collect all different kinds of Santas, and I put him on my piano at Christmas time, and I thought he would be really cute sitting up there. So I got all the floss, and actually the fabric I got, you know how you can click it, 1, 2, 3 stitch, you can just click it all, so I just got it all together, so it'll be ready to go. So we'll start that sometime. That's in the same bag. Okay, and then I really wanted to get my month to month, I'm in the club for Stitching with the Housewives. I wanted to get August done. So I'm not done yet, but I did get a good start on it. And it is on white, so it's so much easier to stitch. So here's the pattern, here's all the flosses. So if you're in the club from Fat Quarter Shop, you get the pattern, you get the flosses, and then you pick your own fabric. So I picked 28 count, sorry, dropping everything, gray gingham, 28 count gray gingham by Fabric Flare. Can't talk. And here is my progress on that. So I have been going gangbusters on this, and then I put it away to try to finish up Boo Crew. So I need to get back to this. I have so many monthly ones I want to stitch, and I always seem to get really going on them and loving it, but I get bored, and then I put it away, and then it doesn't get done. I swear I have like ADHD when it comes to cross stitching, probably everything. And then I am going to do the little one. I have the little one, let's see, this one that just says sunflowers. I got a frame that I think I'm going to frame that. So I'm going to make this one a new pillow, and I think I'm going to frame this one. So hopefully next time we talk, that will be done. And then Boo Crew. I've been going, well, okay, so this is all my Halloween stitch-alongs. There's like 3 of them in here. 3? Yeah, 3. So they are Boo Crew, Luminous Fiber Arts. Hold on. They're just kind of all stuffed in here. Oh no, there's 4 in here. Take that back. Okay. So Boo Crew, Luminous Fiber Arts, Sneaky Spooky Spells, and Halloween Crystal Ball, which I haven't even started this one yet because I'm trying to finish Boo Crew first. So we'll get caught up, not finished. So I thought if I'm caught up on these, then I'll go to the next one, get caught up, and then I'll go to the next one and try to get caught up. But I also have in here from last year, Fat Quarter Shop Stitch Along Batson Boots. And I saw, I don't know if you've been watching Nicole Spohr. She is a card maker, and she apparently, I used to follow her long years and years ago when I did card making. And she came up with a floss tube video the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know her. That's so cool. So, well, not know her, but I followed her before. So she had finished this into a pillow, and it was so cute. So that made me want to get it back out. So I have the fabric for that in here also, and I haven't started it yet. Okay, so let me see. I have them all kitted up. They're all ready to go. So let's go with Boo Crew first. So I had this kitted up and ready to go on, hold on, I've got a needle in here because I was just working on it this morning, with purple fabric, some purple fabric. And I just, you know how you look at something, you're like, yeah, it's good, but I don't love it. So I kept trying different fabrics and looking at what other people were starting on, and I found, you know how I love my Weeks gingham. So I decided to start it on the Scuppernong, and here is my progress. I'm almost caught up. I got this is a lot of stitching in this little cauldron. But I got these two done this morning, and then I'm going to finish this outline. I'm almost done, and then I'm going to fill in today. So that's what I'm going to work on today. But this was the first clue, and then this was the second. This witch hat on the O, and then this all is the third. And then next week, I guess there's one more, but it'll probably say Boo Crew, so it's just going to be the EW. But this O and this witch hat, oh my gosh. So when I outlined first, I got off. And so then when I went to fill in the purple, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm off. And it wasn't lining up. And I just can't. Like, people are like, fudge it. I can't, because you have to keep fudging it the whole way through. And it drives me crazy, my OCD. Like, I just can't do it. So I ripped it all out. I had only had a little bit of the purple filled in and all the white done. And I'm like, but I can't see on this color for some reason, even though it's 28 count. I kept messing up the holes. Like, I kept getting off by half of a hole. Okay, so instead of going over 2, I was going over 1 extra hole. And I'm like, I am so sick. I must have ripped this thing out like 3 times, the O. So finally I was like, let me try my magnifier. Oh my gosh, using my magnifier worked so well. I could see the holes perfectly. So I did all of this and with no mistakes. Now, I don't think I have mistakes in here. I haven't filled in yet, but I'm pretty sure I don't. And I keep going double back and checking and recounting and making sure I'm right. But this whole thing I stitched without mistakes because I used the magnifier. So I have like this floor stand with the light, and normally it's just the light shining down on me, but there's a magnifier too, so I pull that down, and I have my readers on too, and I just did it, and it worked so much better. So I think I can stitch on black. You know how I always had such trouble with black, but I think with that magnifier I'll have no problem. So I just filmed my haul video, and so I don't know when I said what, but I didn't used to like doing that, and it might have even been earlier in this video, but I'm getting used to it, and if it keeps me from ripping out, it's good. So anyway, this one's really cute. I'm excited to actually be almost caught up before the next clue comes out. I'm never, ever, ever, ever caught up. So that's awesome. And so it looks like it's gonna be long and skinny. Olivia at Pumpkin Hollow Quilts was saying she was gonna make hers into a drum. And I'm like, that's a really cute idea. I've never made a drum, but we'll see when it's done. I might do that. So that is all caught up. So then I also started, here are the flosses. This is the kit from Fat Quarter Shop. So these are the called for flosses. Okay. And then I'll just show you Batson Boots. So that's Batson Boots, and I pulled, so I got, no I didn't. Did I get the kit from that last year? I'm not sure. But I pulled 14 count fabric flare pale gray gingham. I had some of that, so I thought, well, I think that's what it calls for, so I'll just use that. And then these are my flosses for that. I feel like I did get the floss kit last year, but I don't know what would have happened to the gray because that's not in it, so maybe I didn't. So this is Victorian Motto, and these 3 are Weeks, and I think these are the called for ones. I think the gray is the only one that wasn't. Yeah, so anyway, maybe it was to make it show on this fabric, might be why I changed the gray. So I would like to start that and make that into a pillow. Okay, I'm just going to drop this on the floor. And then I did start the Sneaky Spells. And this is mostly DMC. And it's all in the bottom of this bag. Oh. I got her kit. And she gave you the weeks. There's a couple weeks she gave you those, and the rest were DMCs. So hold on, let me grab all this. Okay, I think I have it all. Okay. Let me organize here a little bit. It's such a mess. Okay, so these are like all the DMCs, just to kind of show you, that are called for. And then in the kit that you got the fabric and you got these flosses. So it's Weeks Verdigris, I'm probably saying that wrong. And Classic Colors Blackbird. So that's the cat and the cat's eyes, and I think the witch is that color. Okay, so that's the floss, and then I got her fabric, which is opulence, 36 count opulence, which I didn't realize it calls for 32 count, that I ordered the 36 count. I kind of wish I had done it on 32, because look at the black on 36. It's just not super dark, but it gives it a vintagey feel, so that's fine. So this is the first part I'm not even done with. So I wanted to get caught up on Boo Crew, and then I'm going to work on getting caught up on this one, because I think all three are out already. So, and this is what the first clue will look like. You'll see there's a ghost here and there's a witch. The witch just came out this last week, I guess. So they're all out. But at least I have a little bit started on that one. And then this one I really do love, but I had to get caught up on some of them. So this is Halloween Crystal Ball by Tiny Modernist, and this one looks so cool. Let me see if I can show you the first. So this is the parts it's going to have. And this is monthly. So, I mean, I have time. Okay, I don't have a picture. I just have the chart of the first one. The first one is the outline of the crystal ball. And then, oh no, I do. Here it is. And then these florals around it, which I think are so cool. Very neat. So, it calls for, it's a 3-part mystery, but it's 3 months. So I might be able to catch up on this one. It's going to be July 1st, August 1st, September 1st. So if by the end of August I can catch up, at least get month 1 done, that would be great. Okay, it calls for 32 count dark cobblestone. And I ordered the called for floss. But I had in my stash, for my Color and Cotton Club that I belong to, I stopped because I have so much now, but it's stoneware, 36 count stoneware by Color and Cotton. And I thought that looks a lot like the cobblestone they called for. And then here are the flosses that are called for. I don't know why these two aren't on. Put them on. But anyway, I think that'll look good. Yeah, I really like that. So super cool. The blacks are onyx, Weeks Onyx, and then it calls for, okay, so there's Weeks Onyx. This is Classic Colorworks Rod and Reel, which is like a grayish color I'd never heard of. And then Classic Colorworks Pumpkin Harvest. And then Weeks, just pumpkin. And then Weeks Moss, I think this one is, the green. Yeah, this is Weeks Moss. So it's just a lot of skeins of the same colors. And Weeks Parchment. Yeah, so we'll get started on that one soon. All right, so those are all my Halloween stitch along. Sorry for those of you who don't like Halloween. You're probably like, oh my god, all she ever talks about is Halloween. So drop that down there. Okay, so then now that's pretty much, I worked a little bit on one more whip, and then I have just plans of what I want to work on, and then we're done. And you know what? I never showed you my finish, so I'll show you that here at the end. It was just a teeny tiny one. Okay, so then, I don't know what I was looking at, something, and I saw somebody working on this one, and I was like, ooh, I feel like working on that. Let me pull it out. So hands-on design, Let's Talk Autumn. I have all the Let's Talk ones, and I know exactly where I want them in my house. So when I repainted, I was like, I need to get that done so I can put it up for autumn. And then I saw somebody working on it. I think they were actually quilting the part to make the pillow. So this smaller one, you quilt this little patchwork part to make the pillow. And so anyway, I think that's what I saw. But so I pulled that out. It's still, and I love these hoops. I found that they are just my favorite way to work. So let me pull it out here. Still have the needle in. It's going to be super wrinkly. All right, so I did not do much. I just worked on this for a couple hours. But this is all from last year. I just finished this yellow line and started this fence here. Everything's falling to the floor. So this is on Zweigart charcoal, 32 count. So, but when I was doing this before, and I think this is why I didn't pick it back up, it's on this dark gray, and I have trouble seeing it. Right here, where is it? So in this C, I actually had made a hole in my fabric. You can see there how messy it is. And I had fixed it, but that's from ripping out so much and being frustrated that I was just like ripping it. So I think that's why I never got back to it. But I used the magnifier with this one, and I can see it totally fine. So I'm just gonna have to suck it up, and on these dark fabrics, use the magnifier. But yet I can do a 40 count white or cream and see it fine. It's so weird. You're just going to be seeing the top of my head all through this video because I'm sitting in a chair with nothing else around me, so everything just keeps falling to the floor. So I'm excited to get that one done so that I can get it framed and up for this fall. And then I'll start on the winter one. And I also have the cross stitch and quilting one that I want to do for in here in my sewing room. So, but I think I'm going to do those on like a vintage country mocha. I don't really want to do those on gray because I don't really have much gray or black in here. Okay, so my plan is to work on this more. And then I pulled out some other things that are in plans. So I kind of forgot about this, and I need to get back to it so I can finish it for this Halloween. I would like to finish it. Was the Lizzie Kate Spooked that I started in June for my cross stitch camp. So here's the whole thing. So I did the first part in June. So this is done, and I need to do this and this. So I need to get back to that. And I'd just like to finish that by Halloween. And I have it in my Dot Dot Goose cute witchy bag, which I love. And here are the flosses. Kind of a mess, but here they are. And in previous videos in June, I talked about my floss colors and all of that because I picked my own. And I was stitching this with Michelle from Stitching by the Moon. She was just doing, I think she was making these pillows and just doing the first and third part or something. I'm going to do it all as one. So there is my progress, and I just want to get on to the second block. And this is XG Designs Ancient Sand or something like that, 28 count. So yeah, so I would like to get back to that. Oh, gray sand. XG Designs Gray Sand. I had ordered it from her Etsy shop long ago. And then another monthly one. So these samplers of the month by Country Cottage Needleworks. I had finished May and then I didn't do any more. And I have a piece in my family room that's just sitting there. It's like a little easel with a chalkboard. That's where I plan to put it. But it's just sitting there blank forever. I'm like, I need to do that. So I'm going to try to get September done. We'll see. I know I won't get August done, so I'm just going to try to set myself up for success and maybe get it done for September. I did finally get, that was part of the problem, I was out of the fabric, so I ordered it. Fat Quarter Shop was out for a while and Hobby Lobby stopped selling it. But Fat Quarter Shop finally got it in. I ordered it and cut it down. So this is the gray barn check, I think they call it. It's gray and white, 32 count. So I would love to get that started. And then this is just a whip that I'd like to get back to and try to finish for fall. The Mighty Oak that I had started from the Winds of Autumn, and I'd love to do more from here, but we just would love to get this one finished. So this is what it looks like, all done. And there's a salve for that. I know Kim at the Contented Stitcher has been working on it, and Lisa from Annie Bees on Instagram. Not Annie Bees, sorry. I forget. It's Annie. Oh, I forget her Instagram handle. Anyway, Lisa, she lives not far from me here. She finished this. She is a monogamous stitcher, and she finishes stuff quickly. See, I record on my phone. I have to look it up, her Instagram handle. I'm just totally blanking. It's something with Annie. Anyway, sorry, Lisa. But here's my progress, and I just want to get back to this. I just pretty much have the border done, and I started on the tree. The outside border's done. So I would like to work on that. And here are the flosses. They're so pretty. They're called for, so I won't go through them, but that's what they look like. And then this one I pulled out and kitted a while ago because I wanted to start this next one forever. But I need to finish some holiday stuff. I kept thinking, you know, I really should just have my sampler. I'm going to grab something in a minute. I have been working on one of my reproduction samplers on my Halloween, so I can show you that. But I should have like one sampler I'm working on, and I should work on it till I'm done, and then start another one. I figured like one sampler, one holiday piece, one monthly piece, and just rotate them until I'm done. I won't do it, but the organized part of my brain would like me to do that. So anyway, I've had all of these Little House Needleworks, the ABCs. So there's autumn ABCs, winter ABCs, spring ABCs. I think there's a Needleworkers ABCs. So I know where I'd like to put these in my house too, so I don't know why I never started them. So I decided I'm just going to kit it up and hopefully get it started. So I kitted it up with Chickpea 32 count Lagana by Color and Cotton. And these are the called for colors, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, I changed some of them out, but they're similar to called for. So if I didn't have the called for, I just found one that looks similar. And that's what we got there. So I would like to get a start on that. So we'll see. Like, I don't think it should take that long, especially if I follow it just like this. I know Priscilla and Chelsea, Stitching with the Housewives, I think she made some changes, which I loved. But if I do that, it's going to take me longer. So we'll see. But that's the plan. So those are all my plans. And for cross stitch, let me just show you my finish. And I have a teeny bit of haul. I didn't show my haul video because it was stuff that came that I had ordered before my trip. I didn't get it on my trip. But I had started and finished in just a couple days this Liberty. Kimberly, the Fat Quarter Shop, had done it and framed it. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. So it comes with the silk to do it. The only thing I did is I picked a different color fabric, which looks like the fabric in the picture. You know, I picked platinum, I think. Yeah, 32 count platinum, which I think looks like that. But the white really does not show up. So, I mean, I can see it better than you're probably going to be able to see it, so I'm just going to leave it. But, yeah, you can't even see it hardly at all. I'll get really close. So the white is almost the same color. So if you do this one, just check that their white shows up on your fabric. Or, I mean, I could take it out and do like a bright white, but I don't know that I care that much. So anyway, I did finish that real quick. And then for haul, these are a couple of things I had ordered. One of them a long time ago, and it just finally came in. And then some floss. So Color and Cotton, you know how I was saying I liked Color and Cotton floss. Well, I had belonged to their floss club a while ago, and then I was just trying not to have so many clubs, so I stopped it. And I didn't think I really loved them. I don't know why. See, when they come, so here are my 2 packs. Like, so I re-signed up again, and I had to get put on the waiting list, and then like a month or 2 ago, I guess I got 2, so 2 months ago, a spot came open, so I signed back up again. Oh no, this is actually one. I signed up for all colors, so this is 1 month. And so they give you a real variety of colors. So when I see these packs, I'm just kind of like, whatever. You know, I don't know. I look at them and there's a few I love, but I don't love them all. But what I was finding from when I got all the floss from them before was as I'm going to pull my own colors, I'm going to their flosses all the time. So I do really love them. It's just somehow the way they're packaged, because I think they're a variety. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why. I wasn't thinking I loved them, but when I go to pull, they look good for so many things. As you saw, I'm pulling them all the time. So I was like, I need to get back in that floss club. So anyway, these are my first month back. And so this is the all colors 5 skeins. And this is the all colors 10 skeins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're both 5, so I'm confused why I got both of those. I don't know. All I know is I signed up for all colors. So I don't know. And then I was scrolling on Instagram on my way up on my trip, and I ordered this. Instagram makes me spend so much money. But so a long time ago, I read a book called Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I don't know if any of you have read it. So this was many years ago. Right now there's a show out. I mean, a show came out a while ago. It was made into a TV series. But I read them all long before that happened. So there's 3 books. Discovery of Witches. I can't remember the name of the next 2. But there's 3 of them. And they're great books. I love them. Discovery of Witches, the first one, I actually read, I ticked in my book how many times I read it. I think I read it 11 times. I just love that book. And then the second one, actually, it's called the Souls Trilogy. I cannot remember the second one. Anyway, but the second one is the best one, I think. I love the second one. And the third one was good. I have to read it again. It wasn't my favorite, but the second was awesome. Anyway, so I was going up to Milwaukee, and I was in the car, and my husband's driving, and I'm just scrolling on Instagram, and Forbidden Fiber Company comes up with this pattern, Absence and Desire. And this is what it says in the book. She's looking for this old alchemical manuscript in the book, and she's a witch, and anyway, she's involved with a vampire. But the beginning of this book says this: it begins with absence and desire, it begins with blood and fear, it begins with the discovery of witches. So that's what's on this pillow. So I was like, oh, I love that pillow. So cool. So here are the floss for it. And here's the fabric. It is dovetail. It's like a gray purple color. So yeah, so I got that. It's just a cute little kit. But that, if you love like witch vampire, it's kind of adult version. Deborah Hart, well, not adult as in adult, but just grown up. Deborah Harkness, who wrote it, is a professor. Where? I want to say UC Berkeley, but I'm not sure. Anyway, a history professor. And so she was just thinking, you know, she said, one day I was just walking through the airport and I was thinking, what if vampires and witches were real and they lived in our real world and we just didn't know it? And so that's kind of the premise for her story. So I don't know, I think it's really good. And now it's kind of caught on, and I've seen lots of people reading it, and I've read them so long ago because the TV series came out. And you can get it on Amazon Prime. It's called Discovery of Witches. The first season, I think, is awful, TV series. The lady who's the lead, I forget her name, but I don't think her acting was that fabulous, but I don't know, it might have been the director. But the second season, I don't know if they changed the director or what. I have to research that and find out. The second season is amazing. I'm just finishing it up. It's just like, I mean, there's some things they changed because it's a TV series and it's just hard to do that, you know, in a TV series from the book. But it is as similar as the book as you can get. It's all, even the stuff they changed is the same feel as the book. It is fabulous. So if you go to watch it and the first season you're like, yuck, it's awful, watch the second season because the second season is amazing. I haven't watched the third yet. But read the books first, because there's a lot of it, and some of the talking is loud and then it gets quieter, and I feel like you would not really know what's going on if you didn't read the books. And then again, the first season maybe you'll like if you didn't read the book. I don't know. But anyhow, if you're into that kind of stuff, it's a great series. So it's by Deborah Harkness, the All Souls Trilogy. Okay, sorry. Totally got off on a tangent. So then I have yet to make a berry, but I want to make berries. So I found on Everything Cross Stitch, they had a bunch of different berries. So I got the Sweet Freedom berries and Fall Bounty berries. And I also ordered the Scary Berry, but they didn't have it in stock, so they took it off. So I got to find that somewhere else. And Honey Berry, they have a bee one, which I did not know. I like that. And then the other day somebody posted this one, and our last name is Wolf, and so I have a thing for Little Red Riding Hood stuff. I have a lot of patterns by them, and I have like just different home decor and stuff, little dolls and stuff that have Little Red Riding Hood. Anyhow, I just like them. So this was Little Red Riding Hood, a Storybook classic by Classic Colorworks and Diane Williams. I think this was the same lady who does Little House Needleworks. I think. It looks like a Little House Needleworks pattern, but maybe it's really old. But anyway, somebody had stitched this and I was like, I have never seen that before, and I had to have it. I think that's so cute. And I was able to find it online. I forget even where I got it. But they also had this one. A pattern cannot travel alone. So why not another Halloween? So I thought I'd never seen this Birds of a Feather one, Lost Spirits. And I thought that was cool. I love this. It's a Weeks Periwinkle Floss, but it's like a purpley blue. I thought that was cool. So anyway, I just got that along with it. So that is all my little bit of haul, and I hopefully will not buy any more for a while. Oh, I'm gonna run. I'm not gonna even stop because I don't want him to have to edit it, but I'm gonna just run and grab my Eloise that I was working on. 1 second. Sadie's getting anxious, tired of me being here, huh? And now I put all my stuff all over her bed here, and she's like, "What are you doing?" Okay, so I did get back to working on my reproduction samplers. No, Sadie, no. Because I was really bad and not working on them for a long, long time. So this is Heloise Cornu, 1896. I just was so attracted to these pink roses. There's actually another version of this that's not bright like this, but I love it. It is by Reflets de Soie, however you say that, but I love the French patterns. And I'm doing it with the Auvert Soie, Called for Colors. And I'm enjoying stitching with this. This is my first time actually stitching with the Auvert Soie, and it's fun. And I'm stitching it on 36 count cream and sugar, and I got like the first section of roses done. Wait, it goes like this. So yeah, and leaves. So I have just some little light green doodads to fill in around there, and then I can start on the next section of roses. I started in the top right. So I started up here. That's the first page, and for these samplers, I just they go page by page, so I'm just following as they do. I'm not skipping around. I'm afraid I'll mess up. So I've been stitching this pretty slow because I do not want to have to mess up and rip out. You know, sometimes I do the border first, like if there's like a vine around to make sure that it's right. This one, you couldn't really do that, so I'm just trying to be super careful. And if I get somewhere and know I messed up, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. I'm not even gonna think about that. I'm gonna use my magnifier for this one, but I'm just loving it. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna keep working on that. I keep trying to think if I can get myself to stick to some kind of a schedule. I know Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts does like a 5-day schedule. I don't know. I'll do that for a while, and then I don't seem to be able to stick with it. So, okay, what are we at? 44. That's not horrible for an update video. So that's all I have for today. So I hope you all have had a great summer. I'm sure a lot of you will have more of a summer. Ours ends pretty early. We start back to school Tuesday, the 26th. And then the kids come back August 3rd. But this year I am in a different position. I am a push-in teacher for EIP, so it looks like I'm going to be working with second graders at our school. So I taught first grade last year, and I thought I was going to be doing EIP for first grade, but I think I'm going to be the second grade teacher. So for that, so I'll just work with all the second grade classrooms and push in and, you know, help them work with different groups of kids and that. So it should be fun. So I'll get to see the kids I worked with last year, so that'll be nice. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm working with a different group of teachers. So I think it'll be fun. So we'll start that, and then so hopefully I'll get I'll shoot for every week or 2 weeks for a video. I would love to do every week, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. So I'm going to end this here. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button if you liked what you saw, and I will be back with a Quilty update video. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.